Welcome to the 3 J's in That Guy's Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Janie Wilson, and today we have some special guests. And right now, I'm at the new Higgins Middle School. I am so honored to go to school here and be part of the amazing new school. So first, one of our guests is the culinary teacher here, Miss Burke.
Hi, Janie.
Hi.
Chef Janie.
Thank you for joining me today.
Sure.
Okay, so first question. What is some of the feedback that you heard from the kids after taking your class?
So one of the best things I think I've heard so far is that, in quotes, I cooked eggs for my family this weekend, or I made my entire family scrambled eggs or French toast this weekend, which really says a lot. And I actually asked that same student who said that today, I said, well, had you done this in the past? And he said, no. So now I know that I've at least given some, basic skills as far as cooking a meal for a family. So that speaks a lot to me.
That's awesome. And part of your class, what are some of the things you'll be teaching the kids?
So yeah, good question. So a lot of the things that we're going to be doing are basic skills. So we're going to be learning basic measuring skills, how to clean up in a kitchen, sanitation, safety is really important, obviously. And like I said, simple measuring skills, how to work as a team because our kids are working in teams of 3 in their kitchen, using heat, and basically basic preparation of different food items so that they can take their cooking to the next level. So our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders get this program, and so by the 8th grade, if the kids are really interested in culinary, they can actually move on at the high school level.
That's awesome. I can't wait to take this class.
I can't wait to have you.
Is there anything else you would just like to add or say about this class?
Well, so far so good. I am absolutely loving it. I think it's such a privilege for us to have this beautiful classroom in this middle school, which is really rare to have a culinary arts program in a middle school. And the kids are so excited and they're so enthusiastic and really willing to learn. So it's been wonderful so far.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Sure.
I'm so happy to have you today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Now it's time for our second special guest, the wonderful principal here at Higgins Middle School. This is Mr. Busey. So first, I would just like to ask you, have you seen a change in the teachers and students since the new Higgins Middle School was built?
I think so. I think everyone's always happy to come to school, but I think everyone's a little bit happier. It's brighter, it's nicer, and it's just a nicer atmosphere, I think. So, and I think everyone's always been proud of this Higgins Middle School, but I think especially now in a new building, people are even more proud. So yeah, I've seen a change. Nice.
And personally, do you like to cook?
I do.
And what's your signature dish?
I'm not sure if I have a signature. I don't know if I'm good enough to have a signature dish yet. I make a pretty good chicken marsala, I think.
That's awesome. I love chicken marsala. What made you add a culinary class?
We used to have one a long time ago when I first started teaching here. Oh. And it was a very popular class, and it's an excellent exploratory for people because it's a career that people don't even realize that is out there.
Yeah.
It's something that's very popular with everybody now, so I thought we would bring it back.
I love that. I'm so happy you brought it back. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just think it's great that you're doing this here, and we're happy to have you film an episode here. We're very happy.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me today.
Oh, happy to.
Welcome back to the 3 J's in That Guy's Kitchen. I'm so honored and happy to be starting our second season. And I have special news. The 3 J's in That Guy's Kitchen got second place in the kid category for an award show for local television shows. I'm so happy, and thank you all who watched. So today on today's show, we are going to be making quesadillas. And we're going to be making 3 different types. The beginning quesadilla with just cheese. The I'm kind of good at cooking, but not too good at cooking yet quesadilla with chicken and cheese. And then I'm ready to be a chef quesadilla with peppers and onions and chicken if you would like. So first, let me tell you my ingredients. Today, we have peppers, all different colors, so we can taste the rainbow. We have onions, and we have tomatoes. We have you guys know how much I love my Uncle Ben's rice. Today we are going to be using the Spanish style rice to have on the side so I can show you that quesadillas can be a nice, healthy dinner too. And we also have beans. And instead of sour cream, I learned while traveling to New York this summer that instead of sour cream, you can use Greek yogurt. So today we are going to be using Greek yogurt. And we have some tortillas. So first things first, we have to cut up our peppers and onions. So first, I'm just going to cut off the pepper. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the side, because I don't need too much today. And cut it into cubes. Always tucking my fingers like I taught you. And once I cut it into strips, I'm just going to turn it again and then make little cubes. So then it's easy to sprinkle it out instead of having strips. And then I have nice cubes. Now I'm going to set that aside and work on the other color. Let's do red. Cut off one side and do the same process all over again. Strips. Cut it into like not too thin but not too thick. Just the way you like it. Now I'm going to put the strips back together so it looks like I didn't even cut it. And then cut it into cubes. There. That was very easy. Now it's time to just cut off a little onion. Move this to the side with the other peppers and get an onion. I'm just going to cut off a little side. Then take off the skin, because I know I don't want to be eating that. Take off the skin all in one thing, move this to the side, and cut this into cubes. I'm going to do the same exact thing like I did with the peppers. Strips, tucking my fingers at all times, and then put it back together so it looked like I didn't even cut it. Turn it over and cut it into cubes. There, now I have cubed onions too. Now, after all that's done, it's just time to assemble our quesadillas. As you guys can notice, I have a cutting board for cutting my peppers and onions that has a carrot on it. You might be wondering, why does she have a random carrot in the middle of her cutting board? Well, that's for a reason. I got these special cutting boards when I went to New York for Uncle Ben's, and I have a green one with a carrot in the middle for my vegetables. I have a red one with a cow in the middle for my red meats, and I have a blue one with a fish in the middle for my fish. So I have these cutting boards so I don't cross-contaminate. I chose quesadillas for today's episode because it's really easy to make even if you use it for an after-school snack, because you can look into your fridge and be like, oh, Mom made some chicken last night. I'm going to put that into a quesadilla. Or there's some leftover beans from last night's dinner. I can just put that into a quesadilla. And all you have to do is put cheese and 2 tortillas and make it crispy on the outside, and it's delicious. So I chose that recipe because it's easy, simple, and fun to do. The first step to getting our quesadillas ready is to saute our peppers and onions and heat up our leftover chicken. So first, I'm just going to spray our pans so nothing sticks. Using both hands, and I already had them already heated up. And now I'm just going to put in my peppers and onions that I just cut in one. And put my leftover chicken in the other. Now I'm just going to wait until this gets nice and brown and wait until my chicken gets hot. The chicken and the peppers and onions are done. I can tell the onions are done because they're transparent, and I can tell the chicken is done because it's nice and warm and it was sizzling. Can you hear the sizzle? It sounds so good, my favorite sound. So now it's time to assemble our quesadillas. So now I'm just going to ask to have my assistants. My assistants today are Mr. Vesey and Kara Murtaugh.
Hi, Janie.
Hi.
Hi, Janie.
Okay, so what type of quesadillas are you going to be making today?
Chicken and cheese with beans, I think.
That sounds good, really creative. I love it. What about you?
We're going to have chicken cheese and onions and peppers.
That sounds really good. I think I'm gonna have chicken, cheese, and peppers and onions too. That sounds really good. Okay, so now it's time to assemble our quesadillas. First, I'm gonna show them how I make my quesadillas so they can make theirs. So first, I'm just going to take one tortilla down and put some cheese on the bottom. So this one sticks to everything, spreading it out. I love cheese, so I'm gonna put a lot. And now I'm just going to put some chicken and spread it out. After, I can just use my hand to spread it out more so you don't have one chunk with chicken and then nothing else. And then I'm going to put some peppers and onions on it, spreading it out as well, getting it all over. And now I'm just going to put a little bit more cheese on top so the other quesadilla on top can stick. And then I'm going to put the tortilla on top. And then it's time to put it on the stove. How about you guys try? Yeah, you can do it. Yours looks really good. Oh, yeah. Your guys' looks so good.
I didn't call for it at the beginning, but I'm going to throw a few onions.
Okay, after all of ours are assembled, it's just time to put them on the oven so the cheese melts together and the outside get nice and crispy. I'm going to show you how to cook them on the stove, but you can as easily make them inside the oven. First, I just like to spray my pans so they don't stick or burn. And now I'm just going to place them inside the pan. Take one, put it right in. Take this one, put it in this pan, and the last one in the last pan. And while these are cooking on each side, I'm going to show you how to make this a dinner. So I'm just going to take my Uncle Ben's ready rice and follow the instructions right on the back. Squeeze, so all the rice is separated. This is a really fun job. And then you get to tear the side. But when you tear it, make sure all the rice is down on the bottom so when you open it, it doesn't explode everywhere. And now I'm just going to tear this just a little. Now it's time to put our rice in the microwave for an easy 90 seconds. 9-0, start. There we go. Now it's just time to wait. Now let's just check on our quesadillas. Ooh, I can see the cheese on this side starting to melt. How's this one going? They look really good. I'm just gonna wait one more minute and then it's time to flip them. Okay, now it's time to flip them. So I'm just going to slide my spatula under and make sure I'm holding all of it so it doesn't break. And now it's just time to flip it over with a gentle 1, 2, flip. And look at how nice and golden brown it is on that side. We're gonna try to get that on the other side now. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing to these three. And same to this. Now it's time to wait for our rice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our rice is done. So let's just take it out of the microwave. Hold it from the side so you don't burn yourself, just like it says on the instructions. And now it's just time to scoop it out. I'm going to rip it all the way open and get a spoon. Now I'm just going to put some rice on our 3 plates so the 3 of us can eat. This rice smells so good. I wish you guys were right here with me. So I'm just going to scoop the same amount on each. Right now I can hear our quesadillas starting to sizzle, so that means they're going to be done soon. This rice keeps going everywhere. So let's just scoop it out. And now we're just going to scoop our beans on the side, on each plate. Scoop 1 scoop of rice on each, or beans. Now we just have to wait for these to just finish cooking. This one seems done. Let's flip it over and look. Ooh, looks perfect. Let's check this one. We can turn this one off. Now let's see how this one's going. 2, 3. Ooh, that one looks so delicious. And last. Oops, that one needs to still cook a little. What time is it?
It's snack attack time!
And as you can see, we're outside at the campfire today. And we're going to be making not your average s'mores. Why is it not your average s'more? Because instead of graham crackers, we are going to be using bananas. So first, let me tell you my ingredients. We have chocolate, marshmallows, bananas, and tin foil. So to do this, first you need to get an adult or older sibling to cut open your banana. You're just going to cut across, then cut down and connect it at the bottom at the end. You're gonna go just like this. And make sure it's wide enough so you can stuff it. Then you're going to take off the top of the skin and gut open your banana. And take off just a little bit on the top so you can stuff it. And have your assistants eat the banana for you.
Yum.
Here you go, Jill.
Thank you.
And I already have their bananas open. So now we're just going to put marshmallow and chocolate on the inside and make a pattern. 1 marshmallow, maybe 3 chocolate chips, and then marshmallow, chocolate chips, and keep doing this till it's all the way full. Okay, so mine's done. So I'm gonna move on. So now you're going to take the skin on top and cover back up the banana. And now that's that covered, I'm going to place it in the middle and wrap it with tin foil. Wrapping up, wrapping down, and wrapping it all the way nice and secure. And a tip that my pit master taught us, we have to remember what the top is. And now I'm going to put on our gloves. Now it's time to add our last banana onto the fire. Make sure you're leaning away from the fire and always have a parent, if you're younger, messing with the fire. I had my fire started by our pit master, Kevin. He's the best when it comes to making fires. The bananas are done and it's been 10 minutes. Now it's time to open it up and see what they look like.
It's already melting. Oh my god.
Oh, it smells delicious and it's all nice and melted. Let's take off that top flap. Look at that. That looks delicious to me.
Yum.
Okay, let's take a bite.
Probably hot.
Blow it.
Careful.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, it's actually really, really good.
I could eat this all day. It's warm and hot.
I hope this recipe is helpful and you try it. Campfires are so fun to do with your families and friends after long weekends like today. Thank you. Now it's time to serve our special guests their creations. Here you go.
Thank you.
That looks great.
Thank you. I feel like I'm on Chopped all over again, standing in front of the judges, waiting to see what they feel about the food. Thank you. At least I know this time I won't get chopped because it's my show.
Turn the music up.